Organ, YouTube, it's a boy Latin, Shade by Latin, and today we're going to do a video on basically a top-down analysis on how we catch trade using the A.P.A strategy from the daily time frame right back down to our entry time frame. What we look for and what I use for my entries and stuff like that. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to join the free Telegram group, you can click the link in my bio and join the group. If you want to learn how to trade the A.P.A, you can DM me on Telegram too. My link is in the group as well. So let's not waste no time. Let's get into it. Hopefully I can make this simple as possible. And you can check out the other videos on the channel too and things like that. So yeah, subscribe. Alright. So normally we start on the daily and want to see what the market, what trend the market is in, and identify the trend of the market. So this is the daily time frame that I can see here. We want to see the trend, and based off what you're seeing here, the market is in an uptrend. It was in a downtrend, but the shift, it break this external high right here. I want to say break this high right there, shift structure right there, or a shift structure right there, failing to make lower lows right there. As you can see, failing to make lower lows right there. Just wicking above it. So now we're in an uptrend, as you can see. Price making higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low. It form right there. It start work from right there. As you see right there, it make a breaker structure right there. Do a breaker structure right there. Right? Let me change this to black. Maybe say that should be kind of black. Alright, so break structure right there. So this is the low that caused this breaker structure right there. This higher low right there that caused this breaker structure. So now we got a new higher high right there. As you see, price pull down to form a new higher low, but it didn't form the new it didn't break this, so it formed a new higher low right off here. Right? So this is the new higher low. So we're looking buys in the market because price form a new higher low. So as you see what price did, price pull back up now to form a new higher high and failed to form a new higher high. As you see, it just wick above it. No candle closure above it, it just wick above it, and as you can see, that's why they get weak. So we don't classify wicks as a break of market structure. I give you a break of structure. We don't classify a wick as that. Wick is just wick above it and then fail to break it. When I get a body close, that we call a break. So this, since it didn't break, it just formed a new high. It didn't break, and then it break this now. So here's where we get the market structure shift and shift the trend on the daily time frame. Oh shit, one wrong mistake. Shift the daily trend right there when we get this market structure shift right there, or a change of character, which one you guys call it. Right? And now what we do now, when you get a market structure shift, price form a new lower. I can say new low, price form a new low. So what we want it to do is to form a new lower high. And when you form a new lower high, then you know it can pull down to break this new low, and now come start to form so lower highs and lower lows to continue this downtrend. Alright, so let me show you what I would do now when I see this happen and I see price shift structure on the daily, what I would look for. So me personally now, since as market shift structure, with my structures that I trade on the VIX 25, I would mark that that's a daily structure right there, right? I would mark that zone right there on the daily time frame, and that would be a structure retest, right? Mark that structure retest right there, and you can jump to your 4-hour, and you can adjust this line to the highest point right up here. So why we adjust this to the highest point right up here is for us to get a more sniper entry, right? Where price, we want to see price pull up and give us a more sniper entry, so we don't enter the market too early, or you know, yes, so we can catch a bit. And we'll then jump back to the 1 hour now, and when you go, give me a minute, fix my Wi-Fi. Alright, sorry. So when you jump down, so as let me start back from here, because I don't know if that was mixed up. So as you see, We start from a daily where we mark the zone on the daily. I'm gonna go back over it one more time. We mark the zone that we want to see price respect on the daily, and that is the zone. That is the zone. This, and we don't want to see if price break at this high right there, then we know we're not gonna look for no sells. So now we're looking for sells. We don't want to see price look for no sells again. Buys right there. We don't want to see price for buys. No, yeah, we are looking for sells. Only way we're gonna look for buys is the next price come take out these highs up here. So that's what we're supposed to do. So now we mark the zone on the daily time frame. What we're gonna do is we're gonna jump back down to the 4-hour, right? And we're gonna adjust this zone. When we're adjusting the zone, we put it to the ice body, ice point to the body. So this is the ice point right here that we are working it on the 4-hour, and we're gonna do basically the same thing on the 1 hour. So we jump down to the 1 hour, right? And we're gonna move it to the ice point, and the ice point is here. We move it to the ice point. Now what we want to see price do is pull, come up here, come respect back this zone, and then give us an entry, right? So doing that is, when we do this, is for us to get a more sniper entry in the market, and we don't enter the market too early, right? Because this is the zone that we're gonna be watching. This is the zone we want to see price respect, right? We don't want to see, if we have other zones, but we're not watching those zones. We got other zones right here where price can react from, which price react from some zones and react from a zone right here and sell off, look at them continue buying. So we want to see price push come up here and then give us the entry and sell off, right? So that's what we're going to be looking for. So it's simple as that. And now what we do after here is that if, so for example, price, let me get this tool. Where it is over there now. Alright, so for example, price reach right there, price making these highs, right? Price making these highs, right? Let me get that green color. And price reach at this zone right there. Right, I'm should just show you how I would enter right here. So this is the, say this is the, we are in the 1 hour time frame and we see price reach at the zone right there. What we want to see price do is, on the 1 hour, just respect it, and then we then jump to our lower time frame or 5-minute time frame. And on the 5-minute time frame, we want to see, remember the 1 hour is gonna do something like this. We want to see the 5-minute. Let me switch this to the 5-minute. No, we use this as a 5-minute. Sorry, I'm confusing the guys. Sorry. So this is the 5-minute, right? The 5-minute is pulling up, and it reach our structure. So we jump to the 5-minute. This candle, we're gonna use this as our 5-minute, right? Sorry, and it reached the 5-minute reaches zone like that, and it leave like a candle. You leave a candle where you leave a candle like that at the zone on the 5-minute. What we want to see for our entry is, I want to see a next candle form and give us an engulfing. Normally wick's gonna be on it. Don't, let me get the joint too. Wick's gonna always be on it, right? You're gonna always have wicks on it. So it can be something like that. Right? So wick's gonna be on it. We're not perfect, but yeah. Wick's gonna be on it. So you know, price wake up and probably close even more down in the zone. Something like that. And then you get this 5-minute candle as a engulfing. So this would be my confirmation that, and the 5-minute time zone, this would be my confirmation that the market want to reject back this zone and you want to sell from here. So what I would do now, when I get that engulfing, I would get my position tool and I would enter and I would mark it like this. My entry would be after the closing of this engulfing right there, and my stop loss would be a few pips above this engulfing like that, and I would target like a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, or if you want to do it like a swing trade vibes, you can target the previous zone, or you can target zone that the market can react from. So at that zone right there, you could target this zone that give you 1 to 3 right there. You could target this zone right there. So you just target from zone to zone. So you see, it's as simple as that, and this is like a daily confirmation, right? You start from a daily and you jump right back to the go right back down to your entry. So when you adjust everything on the from the daily to the 1 hour, you don't need to adjust it again on the lower time frame. At which price can go deeper on the lower time frame and respect a zone, but we're working with this zone. So even if you go on the 5 minute, I would say if you go on the 5 minute and see the zone, you can still mark it if you see how the pressure that price is pushing past a zone, but you have a higher zone like within the same week. For example, this week could have been up here on this 1 hour time frame, and on the 5 minute, the body of the closure of the 5 minute would be right up where the week's at. Right, so since as it's just right here, then we don't need to go no further because it's not about as much week to say it's all up here, but you know. So this is where we're gonna look at entry from. So what I would do is I would set an alarm on my C trader, and I would just put this as an example right there. So something like this, few pips above the zone, and I would target, if I'm target a 1 to 3, or as I said, I can target zone where price can reject from, you know. So something simple, something like that. If you want to be a swing trader, you can target the recent low on the market, and even the daily time frame. You can target the recent low, like right here. Target this recent low right there, and that would be a 1 to 14. So simple as that. It's simple as that. So let me try to find like an example. Oh yeah, somebody do an example yesterday in my group. Let me just use that example. Let me see if that example can work. So boom, right here, use this right there. So as you see, price making higher highs, higher lows. Price make a lower high, make a lower low, push up, form a new lower high, it break this lower low right there, and then it break it back to the upside, right? So we have this invalidation zone right there, right? That invalidation zone right there. So what we do is we jump, this is on the daily, so we jump from the daily to the 4 hour to adjust the zone to get a better sniper entry. I'm just using an example that I see someone use in my group, and when they was doing a markup. So as I see, we're on the 4 hour and we move this to the lowest body, right? Move it to the lowest body right there. We jump on the 1 hour. I think the 1 hour is aligned with the 4 hour, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, see, same thing, right? Same thing. So what you do is, when you see this is an invalidation zone on the daily time frame, so what you want to see price do is price to reverse, come back and respect that zone, which price did. But as you can see here, price make other zones. Well, but we're working with the daily, so we're not going to watch these zones. But yeah, you can, because there's opportunity where you could have get entry in the market right here. You could have get entry and catch this move, but say we're not working with that, right? And we're working with this. So as you can see right here on this 1 hour time frame, price come respect this zone right here. Right here, price come and wick into the zone and give a nice sniper entry right there. So what would I do is, let me see if the 5 minutes gonna go that far back. So what I would do is, me personally, I would go down to my 5-minute time frame. My 5 minute is my entry, and I look for some rejection candles, right? So where this almost weird. So right here. So my entry candle stick, and I would see this, alright? I would see this move right here. Price reach the zone, approaching it, giving us a little consolidation. We're getting rejections, as you can see. Price I give us some form of a candle or pin bar. I'm not quite remember all of them, but right here we get this engulfing right here. This right here would be the confirmation. Right here we could use this entry right here. This long position we could enter right here. Stop loss below this, few pips below the zone right there, and we could target zones. So this could be 1 to 4, target that IR, this forget 1 to 3. As you can see right there, enter of that engulfing right there. Alright, enter of that engulfing right there, or if not, if you didn't trust that engulfing, we got the next one right there that you could enter off. Stop loss still few pips below the zone, and you could target that eye, which if you target this zone and you see zone that price can respect and reject from, as you see price respected right there. If I move this out there, price respected and then sell back from it, and continue to go up, right? So that is that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple. Alright, it's definitely that simple, as you can see. Entry of engulfing, target zones 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, and then you can get, if I go on the 1 hour time frame, you can get more entry point in it. So say you enter there, you enter here. Now you're gonna mark out other zones on the 1 hour time frame, as you can see right there. Next entry, we have this right here. Price come, respected right here. Buy, respected again. Buy, which price is respecting other zone. So this is in line with an invalidation with an invalidation X. But I don't trade invalidation X on this pair. But so using the invalidation. So you respect that invalidation zone, come right here, respect it 1 time, 2 time, and buy go up, right? Again, you can see price making higher highs and higher lows. You can definitely find more zones there within this time frame and get re-entry. Even on the lower time frame, you can look and see price respecting zones and the lower time frame to give you re-entry in the market. And price is always gonna come and respect zones. If maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it always gonna respect a zone, right? Always. I'm just looking to see if I didn't respect that zone, because I would say it's gonna respect this inval, but it's a few pips off. Alright, so it's that simple. It's that simple. Hope you guys understand that. And if you guys have any question, you can leave it in the comment, or you can just text me on Telegram and ask me anything. So this overall move that I'm waiting on differently is for price to visit this zone right up here. Price visit this zone up here, then I'll definitely sell this market at this point. I'll definitely sell the market at this point, right? So respect that zone, and I'll definitely sell the market at that point. So hope you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hope you guys understand that. And yeah, join the Telegram group. It's free. Link is in the bio. If you want to learn how to do the A.P.A, you can DM me differently. But yeah, peace out. It's a boy Trade by Laden, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.